Hey everyone, it's Alexander Robinson. Welcome to the channel, and this is my review for The Naked Gun, which is the fourth movie in the Naked Gun franchise. It stars Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson, and is directed by fellow UC Santa Cruz alum Akiva Schaffer. This movie follows Frank Durbin Jr., played by Liam Neeson. He is a member of the LAPD police squad and the son of Frank Durbin Sr., played by Leslie Nielsen from the original film. He is on an assignment to try and locate this plot device that has been stolen by this billionaire who wants to use it to revert everybody to their primitive animalistic state, basically wiping out humanity to make way for his fellow billionaires. That's pretty topical considering what's going on in the world right now. But anyway, he's accompanied by a crime novelist played by Pamela Anderson who has some sort of connection to this billionaire, mainly because of something terrible that he did to her brother. I didn't know what to make of this movie going into it. It could either be the funniest thing in the world, or it could just be flat out terrible, because Liam Neeson seemed like a very odd choice for this kind of movie. But I'm happy to say that it went the former direction, and maybe not the funniest thing in the world, but this movie is definitely hilarious. I know this movie came out a month ago, so chances are you may have seen it already, and I apologize for this review being so late. I never saw the original Naked Gun movies. I understand that they were supposed to be spoofs of these cop dramas in the same way that Airplane was a spoof of disaster films, or Hot Shots Part 2 is a spoof on Rambo, Apocalypse Now, and so many other war-based action movies. And the best thing that this new Naked Gun has to offer is something that we haven't seen in a long time. This classic old school kind of spoof movie. A month before this movie came out, I saw Hot Shots Part 2 with a bunch of my friends, and I thought to myself, this is really funny. Why don't they make spoof movies like this anymore? And it's almost like Naked Gun was the answer to that request, because this has a lot of jokes that you would find in these old spoof movies from the 80s and 90s. Things that are just so ridiculous, so random, but they make you laugh regardless. There's a scene in this movie where Liam Neeson tries to hack into a system, but he's encountered by all these different bad guys, and it just cuts to a line of bad guys waiting to get their asses beaten by Liam Neeson. Almost like you're waiting at the DMV for your number to be called. It's stuff like that that made me laugh. It's that kind of stuff that I miss in spoof movies. Like in Hot Shots Part 2, when Charlie Sheen's character is just shooting everyone and there's a counter going bloodier than RoboCop, bloodier than Total Recall, bloodiest movie ever. And like, this stuff is funny. Like, it's just so random, so stupid, but I love it regardless. This is the kind of comedy that spoof movies like Epic Movie, Meet the Spartans, and Disaster Movie failed to do, because those movies were just all about, hey, you remember this from this movie? And there was no joke around it. It was just a random character from another movie pops up, and that's it. With this, there's at least an attempt at comedy, and Akiva Schaffer has done some really great comedies in the past. Of course, one of his earliest works was with Lonely Island, making some of their music videos, including I Just Had Sex. But he also directed Pop Star Never Stop Stopping, which is hilarious. He directed Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers for Disney+, which was another movie that I didn't know what to think of it by the trailers, and it ended up being really good. So clearly this man knows what he's doing when it comes to comedy. As for the cast, every one of these actors commits to their role. Liam Neeson is so good in this movie, and what makes his performance work is that he doesn't play it with like a wink and a nudge to the audience. He plays it straight. And even when there are moments where he delivers like flat out silly dialogue, he delivers it with a straight tone, and it works. Pamela Anderson is also really good in this movie. She has a great dynamic with Liam Neeson, and the biggest joke I think involving her is when they're in Liam Neeson's apartment, and there's a joke involving like heat vision with one of the bad guys spying from a distance. I'm not gonna say what happens, even though this movie's been out for a month, but it got a laugh out of me. One joke that got a huge laugh out of me is when the LAPD's police squad is getting shut down, and Walter Hauser's character, who's great by the way, calls Liam Neeson's character to tell him what happened, but in the background, they're putting up a Spirit Halloween banner. It's such a predictable joke, because whenever something shuts down in town, usually it becomes a Spirit Halloween later in the year. But it works. Like, it just got such a laugh out of me that, yeah, if the LAPD shut down its police force, then of course a Spirit Halloween would take its place. There's also a bunch of great cameos in this movie. It's really good in terms of filming the action scenes. This movie is just all around good, except for the villain of the movie. The villain's plot wasn't the big issue I had, because it was pretty timely for what's going on in today's society. And also the fact that the plot device that he's after is literally called the plot device, as in plot is spelled out P.L.O.T. So it's an allegory for something that I can't remember off the top of my head. But the big problem I had in terms of the villain side of it all was Danny Huston. Danny Huston has done some good stuff in the past, but in this movie, he just seems kind of generic, and I think somebody with a little more menace should have taken this role, because I don't really find Danny Huston in his villain roles to be all that threatening. And also, I don't think this was as funny as I was led to believe. There are a lot of really good jokes in this movie, and you will be laughing nonstop, even if it's chuckles. But the funniest movie ever? I don't think so. This isn't even the best movie that Akiva Schaffer has directed. I think Popstar was funnier than this, in my opinion. But despite all that, The Naked Gun was still a really good time. I was laughing consistently, and it's the kind of spoof movie that I wish we would get nowadays, where it's littered with so many ridiculous moments and so many jokes that if you blink, you're gonna miss it, and yet the actors play their roles as straight as possible. So I'd say it's worth seeing in your lifetime. I have no idea if this movie is still playing in theaters, but if it is, try and see it with a big crowd. Try to grab a bunch of your friends, go see this movie, maybe at an Alamo Drafthouse, because this movie is best seen in a movie theater with a crowd, and you are all laughing at it. And if you can't see this in the theater, you have to rent it or buy it and invite your friends over to your place to get that same level of energy, because it is hilarious. And there you go. That's my review for The Naked Gun. I hope you enjoyed it. And I once again want to apologize for this review and my review for The Bad Guys 2 coming out as late as they did. Now, these two movies came out the same weekend, and the reason I'm so late on these reviews is because that very weekend, my girlfriend and I guess I should say ex-girlfriend at this point, broke up. So I was just not in the mood to do any reviews of any kind, do any videos whatsoever. I'm doing better now, and I won't say anything outside of the fact that we just weren't meant to be together forever, and that's fine. I'm doing much better now, but I just wanted to give you all a reason why these reviews were coming out as late as they were. So thank you guys for understanding. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I want to give a special thank you to my subscribers and YouTube members right over here. You guys are the reason why this channel continues to grow every day, and if you want to help to financially support the channel, you can do so via YouTube memberships for as little as $1.99 a month. But until next time, I want to know what you guys think about The Naked Gun. Whatever your opinions are, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notifications. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, you can find me on these social media platforms and my theme park and travel channel right here on YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good day and take care of yourselves.